welcome back.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today we are doing the February market update with all the numbers from January 2022. So without further ado, let's jump into it and see what's been happening over the last month. So thanks to persistently strong sales in January 2022, inventory levels actually eased into the lowest that we've seen since 2006, which is a crazy low number. Houses are in high demand right now, with buyers trying to rush into the market, get in there before the interest rates rise, and it decreases their buying power. So,
yeah, thankfully the Bank of Canada decided to hold off on raising the rates, and they're looking at a beginning of March interest rate. But what that has done is kept the desire of the buyers out there looking now, so there's a lot more buyers than there are sellers, so it's still a seller's market.
Absolutely. So what we want to talk about in January 2022, there were 2,009 sales this month. That is up 66% compared to 2021. So everybody was raving about how good a year 2020 ended up being and 2021 ended up being, and now 2022, 66% up just for sales, which is crazy.
Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting to see if we can maintain this pace for the whole year. But I mean, a 66% increase over last year is incredible. So if you're looking to buy, it's a little bit tougher out there right now.
Definitely. So as chief economist for Krebs and Marie Lurie had said in the forecast, they were expecting it to be more of a balanced market this year, but because of the lack of inventory, they expect it to stay similar to these market conditions for the first half of the year. And then it will depend if more listings come on, where the market goes from there. So interesting times ahead.
Yep.
I think if you're a buyer, you're probably hoping it calms down a little bit and there's some more stuff coming on. But if you're a seller, it's a great time to sell right now because they're going like crazy.
Well, even this week, we've seen a lot more. I mean, we're midweek already. We've seen a lot more listings in the last 2 days than probably in the last 2-3 weeks coming on. So we're starting to see more listing inventory coming on, which is great. But because there's so much demand out there, it's getting scooped up right away.
So far this year, the residential price is $472,300, which is up 11.7% year over year. I want to check my numbers, make sure that was correct. Crazy. And months of supply has fallen just a little bit over 61% year over year for 1.3 months of supply. What that means is usually we'd say a balanced market is 3 to 4 months of supply. So if no more homes came on with the current buyer activity, how long would it take to run out? So right now, if no more homes came on the market, it would take about 1.3 months. And that's for everything. That includes condos, townhouses, semi-detached and detached homes. So that includes quite a bit. For Calgary detached listings, however, it's around 0.7, which is the lowest we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that's insane numbers.
Yes.
So the value increase in Calgary that we saw in January, that's not a blanket number for every neighborhood. What we found is that there are micro markets within the Calgary market. So depending on neighborhood, depending on, detached versus condos, everything else. And what we saw in January was from the low end was 8% in the east of Calgary, up to a high of 13.8% in the south and southeast. So obviously values are different based on different neighborhoods as well as different property types.
So I think the biggest number to look at for January 2022 is the list to sale price ratio. So if I was selling my house for $100,000 and it sold at $98,000, that'd be a 98% sale to list price ratio. So in January 2022, it's actually pretty crazy that it was at 100.51%. Now that means some sold under list, some sold greatly above list, but just an interesting stat. I do believe that as we move along in this market, we will see that drop because people are now actually pricing their homes accordingly. Those people that were pricing their homes in January were going off of November and December numbers and sales. And now that the market has changed so much, we will start to see people actually accurately price their homes. So you won't see as many $100,000 over list because now they'll just be listing at that $100,000 over.
Yeah, and actually what we're starting to see is with those listings that are coming on in the last 2 weeks, that kind of influx of new listings, the ones that are priced well, show well, are still selling very quickly, but we're seeing some sellers get aggressive in their pricing or maybe more optimistic in their pricing, and they're pricing a little high. And those are the, I say a little high, it can be quite high, but they're the ones that are staying on the market longer. So although it is a seller's market, it is a strong market, you still have to be priced well because buyers are very educated now. They know what the values are out there. They know when something is overpriced. and they're still looking to, I guess, get a good purchase, and they're not willing to overpay. So the homes that are priced too high are staying on the market, and we're starting to see a few price reductions.
So we won't bore you guys with any more numbers, but if you do want to see the full report, I am going to leave a link down in the description below so you can download it completely free, of course, and you can take a look through. It has all the different market split ups, and it's a huge page document, so lots of information on there. And if you do have any interest in any other markets, we do have the market reports for those as well.
Yeah, if you've got specific questions to your property or your neighborhood, feel free to reach out. Sometimes the reports are very generalized, and we'd love to have a conversation with you about your specific questions.
Awesome, guys. Until next time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments, where do you think the market's going to be headed in 2022?
All right, thanks.